Hi Cancer, welcome to your February 2024 General Tarot Outlook. Hope you're all doing well. We're going to be starting the reading off today with a astrology card. So you'll either get a message from a sun sign, which means this is the energy that you're being asked to utilize, meditate on, contemplate. So whether you get Leo or Virgo, think about those signs and their traits, attributes, even their faults and downfalls might be assisting you in the month of February. If you get a planet, that's a planet that you're asked to meditate on or just take note of in your astrology chart. And finally, you might get a house, so a particular house in astrology that you may need to meditate on or concentrate on this month, in the month of February. So you'll get either a house, a sign, or a planet. Okay, Cancer, let's see what message is working with you for you to meditate on for the month of February 2024. So how we structure these readings in regards to a general tarot for each month. I select 4 tarot, one representing each week of the month of February, and then a second tarot for additional clarity and information on what's been brought forward for you. Okay, Cancer. We thank you guys. We thank your galactic team for being present. Bring forth our message for Cancer for the month of February 2004 for their highest good. Thank you. So you have the 5th house. So the 5th house is to do with sports, children, investments, gambling. Also to do with it's known as the house of pleasure and joy. So this is what you're asked to meditate on this month, and also to do with our creative projects, like what inspires us, what we create. So the 5th house for Cancer for the month of February. Okay, let's get into the tarot. So we need a message, please, for the first week of February for Cancer. I let the cards come through organically. I do not force a hand. It's not my job as a channel. So opening up the first week of February, we have the Ace of Cups. Now, Cups represents our emotional landscapes, what fulfills us, what brings us harmony. And when it's an ace, it's a brand new start. Cancer, first week of February, a brand new beginning that brings you emotional stability and harmony. And we are going to get a second card for clarity on what's been brought forward and what that could mean. So, really nice vibration and message to meditate on the first week, that Ace of Cups energy. We're just starting to pick up momentum now as we get into 2024. We're past January. So we're recalibrating and rebalancing in February and possibly anchoring into long-term commitments or looking at the year ahead with a very realistic lens and where we're going to put our energy and where we're going to direct it. That's going to bring us a sense of personal bliss and for bliss for all people around us. Thank you. The second week we have, wow, the 2 of Cups, Cancer. So you go from the first week, the Ace of Cups, and the second week, the 2 of Cups. Now the 2 of Cups is the next card up from the Ace. The new beginning in the first week. In the second week, we see some activity and movement now starting to take form and shape. That's amazing. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen that as a tarot reader. The Ace and the 2 coming in succession ever. Okay, so obviously something there for me too. Cancer, first week, Ace of Cups, start of something new. Second week, 2 of Cups, putting plans on paper, starting to make some moves and go in the direction of what it is that you're starting and planting here in the first week. So that third week we have the energy of the Page of Wands. Now, Wands energy is all about optimism and action. So there's action going on here. Could be some nice correspondence or messages or communication coming towards you that inspires you to move forward confidently. Okay, Cancer, nice reading to date with this February 2024. So last week of February. Thank you, team. Cancer. With this joy and pleasure, and the Ace of Cups lining up here looks fabulous for a romance or a relationship taking flight. Something's starting and building in momentum as we come into February this year. And then the final card we have of February moving into the month of March, we have the Four of Wands. So more fire, more action, more optimism. Now the Four represents solid foundations, making something quite stable and secure. And as you can see in this card here, there's support. Someone's rallying around this person, supporting them. So there's some supportive energy coming in at the end of the month, moving into March. Beautiful. So let's get some clarity and deeper insight into what's being brought forward. So that first week, we've got that lovely Ace of Cups energy. So here's a new push the button, reset, start, let's go. And it's in flow with you, something you really, really want, and it makes you feel emotionally balanced. So a journey of self-love is highlighted here. Ready to do something for yourself, a creative project, could be pregnancy, for some with children here, for some Cancers out there. So let's get some more detail and information. What does Cancer need to know about the Ace of Cups? Well, the Ace of Cups is with the Major Arcana card, first Major Arcana card to come out this month, Justice. Justice is a card that represents looking at things from a realistic lens and knowing the choices and decisions we've made in the past have brought us to our present circumstance. So there's realism here and clarity. So with the Ace of Cups and Justice, we're looking at understanding it's time to love ourselves more or put more time and effort in towards a marriage or relationship. Okay, that seems pretty clear so far. So that's the first week. That's what is highlighted that you are asked to work with, a romantic partner, starting something new. You know that it's time to get real about a relationship, a project, a child, an investment, a plethora of things. But for me, this looks like a realistic beginning in a relationship, possibly ending a difficult cycle in a previous relationship or marriage, and the slate's being cleared now and beginning again, or moving on from a relationship and moving into something new that feels like it's going to be more fulfilling for you emotionally. The second week we have that Two of Cups with the Ten of Swords. Wow, that's an interesting combination. Swords is all about our internal communication styles. So what we think about, it's our mental landscapes. So a lot of private thoughts, it's not really visual, it's more communicative, it's more internal communication. So when we have a 10, we've got a completing of a cycle. You're not out of it, but you're here now. And this is all about understanding that something is done. It has no more roads ahead open. It's time to end and complete something. So with this Two of Cups, this energy of beginning something with someone or starting a new project, it's almost like you're forewarned is forearmed, right? End something before you really commit to something here, because this is the start of something, but we need to end something first. So the Two of Cups is asking you to make sure you've got your head on straight, which makes sense with that Justice card, you know, really understanding the past, repercussions and where you are now to move forward. But make sure you do clear your deck before you commit and go forward and actually start actualizing your plans or future with a certain relationship, be it yourself or with someone else or business. Okay, I almost feel like I'm being a mum here going, listen, before you get going, do this first. And that's why we really do enjoy, you know, these higher intelligent messages just coming through all these planes down into our world for my guides to connect with me to give the messages to you. And you do with this what you will. Free will. Free will is an interesting quote that's thrown around, but do we really understand it? Well, free will is understanding the moments, the present, right now, has consequences on our projection forward and the paths we choose. So free will is all about taking on advice or looking at all the different options and acting once you've balanced and recalibrated something for yourself, what works for you and you alone, no one else. So free will is, there's the advice, there's the options, but you control the narrative. The third week of February, we've got that Page of Wands, ready to go, being really optimistic, some communication or even energy coming in that makes you want to move is with the Page of Cups. 2 pages here. Okay, so this looks like you're ready to take action. You're optimistic about starting a new relationship, a new journey of self-love. Even information or communication could come in here, or correspondence, Cancer, that presents you with an opportunity or a moment to understand that it may be positive, and it looks positive because Wands is very optimistic and action oriented, and the action that's necessary or the communication comes in. But you know you need to nurture it and sit with it and know that though it's inspiring and something's really firing you up here, especially with a contract or a relationship or the self, you know it's going to take some nurturing and care to see this idea, to see the future come to fruition with compassion, patience, and self-love. That's what it's going to take to expand and grow what this inspiring path is for you. So we're ending the month of February with that Four of Wands, moving into the month of March. So Four of Wands, optimism, expansion, direction, energy, inspiration. And again, those people rallying around them. So the Four of Wands represents security and stability. Something stable here is being anchored into your reality and in your environment. Now, the Four of Wands represents celebration. Also to do with the physical home or employment. But we are going to get clarity from another card to see what exactly that is, because there's lots of different meanings in every single card. But if we're just looking at the Four of Wands on its own, it's a celebration. There is support around you and it's solid and secure. Four of Wands. About to set on a journey with that ship in the background. Could be about to take off and people are supporting you and rallying you. Definitely have to do, I think, with that third week. So let's get a little bit more detail. Four of Wands ending for Cancer, moving into the month of March 2024. What does Cancer need to know? And please reflect back to that first initial card of the 5th house of House of Pleasure and Joy, creative pursuits, investments, children. Four of Wands, please. Too many. Four of Wands for Cancer. Cancer, to me, this looks like you're ready to level up with yourself. It's like the filters are off. Unlike this one, but the blindfold on this major arcana card represents not being able to see, but to feel and tap into our third eye and our intuition. So we're not distracted anymore. We know our truth already. We don't need the outside world reflecting anything back. We don't need to look at something that distracts us. We need to sit in our physical body and in our ethereal states to get clarity. We know what the past has been, but we now need no distraction to make a really strong intention to move forward. With that Ace of Cups, it is about new relationship with just the self. And that is so healthy. We all need to have a healthy relationship with ourselves. And we don't need people or surroundings influencing us. We need to be able to, what? Use our free will. Four of Wands, please. Four of Wands. Thank you guys for being present today for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? Ending. Beautiful. That Four of Wands is with the Major Arcana card, the High Priestess. Lovely. So you do have two Major Arcana cards in this reading, the beginning of the month and the end of the month. So the middle of the month is adjusting to your state of mind, your direction, your path forward, and really concentrating on your energy and relationship. So that the High Priestess ending the month with the Four of Wands, support, security, people rallying around you. You've got this, and we really are advocating for you, as well as you being a self-advocate for your own sense of security and stability. With the High Priestess represents the higher realms of your spiritual life, that intuition, that gut feeling. How many of us have gone, I wished I had listened to myself, I wished I had have, or I really should have taken more time. Well, you're on call here now. You've got time and you have intuition and trust within the self. Drop into that emotional body, drop into what gives you joy and pleasure, and go with it. So if it is about a marriage, if it is about a new sense of security through a home environment or employment, then that's enough. That's all you need to know, is that it feels organic to you, Cancer. So let's wrap this up. Fifth house is your energy to meditate on, and this is what my guides are bringing through to you to take note of. That fifth house representing children, creative pursuits, investments, gambling, joy and pleasure, and can also be, fifth house has a lot to do with athletics and sports. A lot of people get joy from being athletic and conquering their own personal goals and pursuits. So for the first week, that Ace of Cups with that Justice is self-love, a new beginning, could be a new child, pregnancy, new relationship, breathing fresh life into it, or a brand new relationship, or something really, really fertile that's starting now on an emotional plane that resonates, and you know it gives you bliss. Something's ending here, and something has ended, a cycle has ended. You've cemented something, or you've experienced or journeyed a relationship, and now you're starting something new. But the filters are off, and you really are dropping into knowing the past is the past, it's time to begin again. And the second week, that Two of Cups. So here's the initiation part of the journey in the second week of February. This is where you're starting to put pen to paper, and you're really acting on your heart chakra here. But you are also on call to make sure that you're not dropping into negative, painful cycles again of self-doubt or negative talk or negative communication or conflict. We want to be able to make sure that everything is removed from a cycle or something that is outdated in regards to your mental plane and communication style with yourself or others, before you start really getting into the groove of going forward. So, forewarned is forearmed. The third week, that Page of Wands, inspiration. Here comes something brand new and exciting. It's energetic with the Page of Cups. Again, can represent pregnancy for some, or a child, or hearing of a child being about to be born, or a pregnancy. But the Page of Wands is about nurturing that communication, nurturing that inspiration, and steering that energy in the right direction. That is going to take some time and compassion and a lot of dedication, because something is trying to birth and open up and create here with you. This is only the 1 to 2, excuse me. So it's the beginning of a brand new journey that's bringing you bliss. So something really quite lovely is happening for you, Cancer. And then closing out the month, you've got that supportive, secure energy in regards to a home environment, a wedding, a celebration, or even new employment, with the High Priestess of dropping into that esoteric plane of spiritual connection, trusting your instincts, going internally and sitting with knowing if it's organic, if this is for you. But this is about understanding that there is support here, and moving into Pisces season, which the High Priestess representing that Pisces energy, you're on notice here that something quite secure is coming towards you. All the security is here, and you know how to instinctually tap into that and make it build and build and build till you get to complete solid ground. The journey, this is the journey with that ship in the back. The journey is beginning, but at least it's a fertile and secure beginning right now. So that's your reading for the month of February, Cancer 2024. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the month of March. Happy Valentine's to all those who celebrate in the month of February.